third questions. Okay, we also wanted to know what does the future holds for autism community and how can people help and contribute?
Yeah, so I guess the more immediate plan for me or initiative for me is that we need to try and reach out as much as possible to the community and make them understand what is autism, right? So we need to create this awareness as wide as possible across Malaysia, reaching out, especially to the rural areas, which probably do not know at all what is autism and the challenge that they face over there and the lack of help that they are having. And on top of that, I guess, if a lot of our autistic child are actually growing into adults, okay? So our programs basically covers early intervention from 4 years old, going into vocational, which is the teenage age group. But thereafter, when they turn into adults, we also noticed that there are some challenges in getting employment opportunities for this autistic person, right? So we hope that more and more employers out there are aware of autism. They are not as serious as they think it is. There are certain autistic children which actually can work very well, especially work which are tasks which are repetitive, like a line. So those are the kind of jobs where they can take on and give them opportunity to work and be independent. And we do have a couple of corporate where they're already offering jobs for autistic person.
Awesome.
Gamuda is one of them, offering work for autistic children, autistic person in Malaysia. And if you heard about the Autism Cafe project also, this is one of the cafe where they provide work opportunities for autistic person to work in a cafe, whether doing cooking, baking, and so forth. So there are a couple of organizations already providing employment opportunities, but I guess we need more employers reaching out probably to us and we can offer a couple of people to try out to work in the organization and things like that. And most recently, as you introduced me, I've used to work in hospitality industry, so I work for hotel organizations. So I did reach out to a couple of hotels GM who I know from the past, and I told them that why don't give us some opportunity to collaborate together and see whether we can offer some job opportunities in some of the areas or departments in the hotel, like maybe housekeeping, F&B, and so on. Especially in F&B, where a lot of autistic person actually are very good in cooking, baking.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, so we do have centers where we have vocational training where we do offer baking programs. So they bake, they do pastries. And some of these we actually try to sell out to the public as well. Baking, cooking, and so on, or even musical talent. So a lot of autistic person has musical talent, right? And not forgetting that is why NASOM actually initiated this NASOM Maestro, right? So NASOM Maestro is actually a choir group, consists of a couple of autistic person in the choir group, and they perform all over Malaysia and even outside of Malaysia, right? So it's just trying to create various opportunities for various kind of autistic person in Malaysia, so that everybody has a chance to show their talent and so on. So the other one is also arts, right? Drawing. So we have a lot of also very well-known autistic person who can draw very well. One example which would be very famous is Art Jamila, right? So this is a girl who actually has now become a world-renowned artist, right? So her painting fetch very high price in the market and things like that. So we just need to check out how to trigger the talent in each autistic person, right? Every autistic person has their own talent, whether it's singing, whether it's painting, whether it's cooking, and so on. We just need to find out what is it, and then we need to trigger that, and we need to develop on that talent so that they can improvise on it and show their talent, what they can do.
Yeah. So actually, from what you have shared, right? So it seems just like people with autism is similar like everybody else. It's just like us because each individual have different abilities. So same goes to people with autism. They have learning differences. It's not a disability, I think. So from Mr. Julian shared right now, we have a numbers of people with autism working in F&B, cafes, as a famous painter, apa lagi. Bill Gates is even a millionaire. So please do not judge anything, okay? When you are doing employment, for example, I am shout out to all of business owners out there. So if you're looking for employment, take all your applicants as individuals. So do not judge their disability first unless you try that because you ended up missing one of the most talented employees in your company if you are rejecting a person with just because of this autism because I think over time it can be prevented sometimes, right, Mr. Julian?
Yeah, so I also read an article recently which a friend of mine shared, and this was an article in UK where this parent also have an autistic children, but he found out that he has some abilities in finance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he invoked that ability in him,
Mm-hmm.
and developed that talent in finance, and he actually created a company to do financial businesses.
Okay.
Now he's actually inviting a lot of people who have autism,
Mm-hmm.
join him into working together and try and find out whether you have this kind of talent for finance. So
Okay.
finance is not really a common talent in autism, at least for me in my experience. I don't know in other parts of the
Okay.
world. The more common one is like I mentioned, painting, singing,
Mm-hmm.
and so forth.
Arts related lah. Okay.
In terms of finance is pretty much quite rare for me. It's the first time that I heard on that. But just a quick note.
Uh-huh.
When I visit one center in Bandar Putri last year, just before the MCO restarted again, so there was one child who actually can remember, or he knows what day of the week it is. If you just tell him the date,
Oh my God. Okay.
tell him the date. Okay, I'm born at, for example, I'm born at 1st January 1920.
Uh-huh.
And you ask him
The
what day,
exact accurate
he will
date.
tell you, oh, it's Monday. And true enough, if you check the calendar, it's Monday. So the question is, how does he know that? Nobody knows how does he know that. Where did he learn to have this ability? We don't know, right?
Okay.
So there are many abilities in an autistic person which we need to find out, right? Everyone has their own unique talent. We just need
Correct.
to try out everything. Maybe you can try out with painting, you can try it out with singing, you can try it out with whatever, until
Mm-hmm.
you find out that, oh, this is actually the talent that he has. Then you develop on it. That's the only way you could help them improve themselves.
Correct. Correct. Sayang if let's say the parents are not able to spot on this strength. Okay.